Park Sports Center
Eyewitness weather forecast.
As we've been talking about, the heat is on Glen Fry, the humidity way up there as well. And with that, we have some downpours and storms. They're very localized this evening, but you can see kind of that look, that very convective look to the sky because of these clouds that have formed up here. And again, a few of these clouds have grown tall enough to produce some pretty raucous thunderstorms over parts of the area. More on those in a moment. It's 80 degrees right now. The dew point is at 67. And the thing is there's no wind to like move any of this around. So it's just very heavy, thick air. That's going to be around through the overnight as any evening rumbles fizzle. Very humid. Probably some patchy fog developing late with lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow for the 4th, I think very warm to hot and humid. And probably most of the day is mainly dry, but we do have that slight risk for a pop-up random thunderstorm in the afternoon. The good news is, I think by the time fireworks go off, we won't have any problems. A high of 87. We have technically a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. This is for Otsego County and down into portions of Shenango County. We'll show you a radar. And again, this is what I mean. Kind of localized, some showers and storms across the southern Finger Lakes, down into Otsego County, heading for the capital region, and also some wet weather up over the North Country. Want to go in a little bit closer, though, to Otsego County, because this was an interesting storm. Check this out as we watch the storm. See how that kind of curls a little bit right there, and it kind of turns right real quick? That is usually a pretty good indicator for wind damage. And we've had reports from Lawrence down to Skenevis of several trees down, and it makes perfect sense looking at the radar. Watch this loop again. See that little curl right there? Really interesting to see. So definitely some wind damage down in the far southern parts of our viewing area. The good news is this is moving away, and we should see this activity die off and fizzle through the overnight. These are dew point temperatures, so this kind of indicates how much water is in the air, how much moisture the atmosphere contains. And when you see dew points in the 60s to near 70 like it is at Binghamton, you might as well be in the Everglades. Get used to this for the rest of the week. It's going to be kind of tough if you don't have the AC. So, at the surface and aloft, there's a little area low pressure off to the south and west. That's serving as the impetus for rising air. And that's why we've seen these showers and thunderstorms pop up in random formation here as we head through the afternoon, and a few left over into the evening. And even back to yesterday, some of these storms were pretty nasty. Look at these reports. This is eastern Pennsylvania, the Poconos down towards Philly. Several funnel clouds reported yesterday. So some of these storms got a little feisty with a little bit of rotation. All right, so here's what to expect. It's muggy, unsettled this evening. There will be a few downpours around this evening. Overall nicer Tuesday, but hot. Temperatures getting into the upper 80s. And by the time we get to the fireworks, I think we're in good shape. The sky should be clearing. It'll be very warm and humid. Near dusk, temperatures are still probably in the mid-upper 70s. So it is going to be warm as we head into tomorrow evening. So showers and thunderstorms fizzle tonight. Then we get into the day tomorrow. And again, most of the time it's rain-free. You might get one quick little shower or thunderstorm that pops up in the afternoon, but by the evening, notice we clear it out. So I think for the fireworks, we're looking good. But again, it will just be warm and humid. So in specific for you, temperatures right around 9:30, mid-upper 70s with the sky clearing out tomorrow evening. So again, I think fireworks should go off without a hitch. All right, so 87 tomorrow, hot and humid Wednesday, near 90. I think 90 or better Thursday, probably mainly dry, maybe an isolated thunderstorm late. Better chance on Friday for scattered storms. Not quite as humid by Saturday, still warm, highs in the 80s. Just an isolated thunderstorm Sunday and a stray shower on Monday with highs in the low 80s by then. Little saucy out there today.
Yeah, so it sounds like for tomorrow, for the cooking part of the day, might be smart to set up an umbrella or a tent over the grill.
I think if it happens, it's going to be a brief little interruption. Most of the time, it should be rain-free. And by the way, Brennan, pitch hitting for Jamie tonight. Good job, man. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this because I can't read that thing right there. Whatever it's called.
It's true. It is called the prompter.
Oh, okay.
And usually your block is empty. So
that's why
all ad-libbed.
That's why he's a pro, and I'm not.
Well, these two pros will be back right after the break. Stick around for more Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness weather forecast.
Hey, good evening. Have a look downtown tonight. We are still dealing with all the humidity. That's not going away for the next few days. You're going to want to get used to it. It's going to get hot, too. We've had some of those showers and thunderstorms from earlier taper, but not before they caused a little bit of damage down across Otsego County. So very humid as we go through the rest of the overnight with some clearing, patchy fog with any lengthy clearing. Winds will be light. Temperatures in the mid-60s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. All right, here's a look at Doppler radar now, and you can see the last vestiges down towards Binghamton, the southern tier, and down into the mid and lower Hudson Valley. That's where all the activity is now. Still some stronger storms down that way. We had one cell that developed earlier. Western Otsego County moved right towards Lawrence and Skenevis with some damaging wind. And as we kind of take a little bit wider, we've seen the severe threat lower here. But again, notice still dealing with some flooding issues across the lower Hudson Valley into parts of Connecticut, and just a few scant showers to the west should not be an issue for us locally. 62 now in Inlet, Old Forge at 64. Low 70s here in town. Over to Herkimer, 70 right now in Coldbrook. Oppenheim at 71. Minden, 70 degrees right now. Upper 60s down in Lawrence, where we had those damaging thunderstorms earlier, and 71 right now in Oxford. All right, so here's what to expect. Downpours and storms fizzle, so we'll kind of settle the atmosphere down a little bit tonight. It's muggy, uncomfortable for sleeping, and then tomorrow it turns hot, but overall nicer for Tuesday. There could be one brief little isolated thunderstorm into the afternoon, but by the time we get ready to light those babies off, I think it looks pretty good. We should see the sky becoming mainly clear to partly cloudy. Temperatures by evening will be in the mid-70s. So here we go tonight. Some clouds, and then through the day tomorrow, hazy sunshine turning hot and humid. Now notice 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a brief isolated shower or thunderstorm. It's not going to be widespread. So you can see by the evening, here you are 9:15, as we light the candles, the weather's looking pretty good. The sky will clear out. It's going to be warm, temperatures in the mid-70s. So let's, in specific, give you the forecast here, hour by hour Tuesday evening. So the Spirit of 76 at 9 o'clock, and we're in the low and mid-70s with a clearing sky here as we go into tomorrow evening for the big show. All right, so right now it's still warm, 70 degrees, humid, 67 on the dew point. 7-day forecast, upper 80s tomorrow. 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon, not a big deal. The bigger story, the heat and the humidity. Temperatures are going to be near 90 Wednesday. Thursday, maybe an isolated storm late in the day Thursday. Better chance of showers and storms Friday. And then as we get into the weekend, not quite as humid, but still warm. A few storms around, especially Sunday, with highs in the 80s.
So a little heat and humidity. How are we feeling for possible pool day tomorrow?
Oh, do it. Yeah, find a pool, find a beach, especially on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be near 90. But if you are out and about, just keep an eye to the sky tomorrow afternoon. Again, not a lot of activity, but a few could
Be aware.
show up. Yeah.
Be aware. Snow swimming and diving coming up next, but we will go to sports with me, so be sure to stick around.
Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
In the midst of a long holiday weekend for many of you, and if you have the day off tomorrow, hopefully you have some fun planned with your family and friends as we get ready to celebrate the 247th birthday here. And I think the weather's really going to start to heat up. Today was no slouch. I mean, the humidity, that's been the thing, and that is going to continue for the next several days. Now, we had showers and storms around today. That activity has died off, and we're left with just this kind of murky, muggy weather here overnight. Light wind, temperature of 70. Dew point is perched at 64, so that number means we're not going to drop much below that. So probably in the mid-60s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. Again, more stuffy, soupy weather on the way for tomorrow, and it's going to get even hotter tomorrow as well. So we've had those rain and rumbles around this evening. Those are done. Very humid overnight. Any lengthy clearing tonight will lead to some patchy fog with a low of 65. And then tomorrow, most of the time, for most of the area, it's rain-free. We get into the afternoon, there might be one or two isolated random thunderstorms that pop up. With a high of 87, so turning hot and humid. All right, here's a look at Doppler radar right now. Down to the south, that's where we still have some showers ongoing. This is like lower Hudson Valley into Connecticut, moving into Rhode Island. But we had a few nasty storms that rolled through, especially in particular the southern part of the viewing area. We had some reports of some damaging winds, so from Lawrence to Skenevis, around 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon, this nasty cell rolled into and through western and central Otsego County. Reports of several trees down, even a tree blown over onto a car, injuring a driver. And these storm reports from yesterday, look at the swath of tornadoes that occurred. At least 4 or 5 confirmed, some funnel clouds as well across eastern Pennsylvania yesterday. 64 now, Saranac Lake, down to Old Forge. Mid-60s in Remsen, low 70s here in town. It's 68 in Lawrence, 67 in Sherburne. Hamilton is at 66. So here's what to expect. Downpours are done. Still muggy. Turning hot and humid through the day on Tuesday, and overall nicer, just an isolated thunderstorm. Looks good for the fireworks by the evening. So here's Futurecast. Through the rest of the day, or through the rest of the overnight, not much going on, just warm and humid. And then through the day on Tuesday, there might be 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms that quickly move through. But by the time we get to the evening, look what happens. We clear the sky out. So as we get ready to go for the fireworks, I think the weather cooperates. Mainly clear to partly cloudy. Spirit of 76 right around 9 o'clock as we light the candles off. Low and mid-70s through 10, 11 o'clock. Tomorrow night. And then another hot, humid day Wednesday, near 90. Why did I go 89? Should have just went 90. Should have. I just don't have the guts. Anyway, as we get into Thursday, I do think we'll get over 90. Maybe an isolated thunderstorm late. Better chance of scattered storms Friday as a cold front comes through, so not quite as humid over the weekend. Warm, though. A few more isolated storms Sunday. Looks dry Saturday, and temperatures in the low and mid-80s.
You know what temperature I do like, though? The 76, right at prime firework time.
Yeah, it's going to be a warm, humid evening, but I'm not concerned about any showers or thunderstorms at that point.
All right, sounds good. Any fireworks shows for you tomorrow?
Yep. For me?
Yeah.
No, I'll be here, man.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe we could set some off out in the parking lot. You think that'd
I'm
be...
in. Hey, we're up on the hill here. That'd be perfect.
Why not?
I'm in.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see you right after this break. Maybe with some fireworks.